I'm Alan Russo. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at DDC Solutions. Aerospace engineer by training, and then went to work for American Power Conversion for 13 years prior to the Schneider acquisition. After that, I spent 15 years or so in renewables, fuel cells, solar, and then most recently doing energy storage. Here at DDC, I'm in charge of all things sales and marketing. That's principally customer acquisition and partner support. I think the thing I always want to have happen for any organization that I'm part of is that they have a professional experience. It's a very dynamic industry, rapidly growing, people are learning as they go, but at every stage, the customer should expect the highest degree of professionalism and service.
I'm Tom Demetrius, VP of Engineering at DDC Solutions. Been in sheet metal and plate metal design for 15 to 17 years, and 10 years of that has been in cabinet design for data centers. So I've been in and around data centers for a little over a decade at this point. I was at Great Lakes Saturax and Cabinets, who is a partner of DDC, and I have been aware of the product and around the product for that entire time. During my tenure there, I traveled to customer data centers. I worked with customers on custom designs. There's a huge portion of their business that is custom cabinet design. So I've seen real world problems in countless data centers and developed real world solutions around that. And then whenever I join DDC, I bring all of that custom design and ideas and problems that other people have seen to the table today. At DDC, I'm responsible for either directing or directly designing all of the mechanical design, and in conjunction with the controls team, working on the control theory that drives that individual cabinet solution. So every cabinet can be different the whole way down the line. I'm also customer facing, so I continue to deal with real customer problems, take feedback from the field of what we can add to each version, of what we can improve about the current version, and then help customers solve their problems, which is ultimately what this is all about.
The data center problem is a complex one, and it's certainly more than any one individual in an organization, DDC size or much larger, can handle by themselves. So I'm a big believer in a team approach to addressing customer problems. So it's typical for us to assemble all of our subject matter experts at various stages throughout the sales process to make sure that we are bringing the best thinking possible to what the customer is struggling with. You know, the industry at large is still trying to figure out what it means to accommodate, high performance computing. Today, that means high density. High density, again, is power in to the data center, and then how do I get the heat out? At our level, that's power into the cabinet. How do I get heat out? That's by itself a hard problem. What really just brings things to a new level, and what's exciting for us here at DDC, is the only way to do that today is by introducing not only just water into the data center, but water into the cabinet itself. And that's unprecedented. You go back a few years, that was something that was not only unheard of, it just wasn't done.
The overhead conveyance or underfloor conveyance of water for both liquid to the chip or for the DDC V4 solution is a really big deal, and how we can enter the cabinet and where we can enter the cabinet based on how the data center has been built out previously. And then just loading, how much power can we get into a cabinet at one time without being concerned about that cabinet failing or burning up. So with the depth of knowledge of having solved those problems or similar problems for years, there are new problems certainly, but a lot of customer problems are the same. I need somewhere to cleanly route my cables. I need somewhere to pass this cable. I need to have the power come in. I need to support 6 PDUs. Those needs haven't changed. So we're solving all of those at the same time as we're solving the higher density.
That's an astonishing level of density when you think about the average US home is only 5 kilowatts. You have 20 or more homes worth of power now in a broom closet. And that's a significant engineering challenge. Collocation service providers in particular have a unique challenge because they have to design their data center space to accommodate a variety of different customer configurations. At the time they build the data center, they're not sure what's going to go into it. So that's a unique problem. If you know what's going to go into it, you can have a purpose-built design, but otherwise you need to be, fungible, so to speak. So DDC is able to do that in regards that as long as the infrastructure accommodates water to the data center, then we have the ability to deploy a variety of different types of client applications right next to one another in the same white space. When we talk to design engineers and data center owners themselves, we emphasize that if you embrace the architecture of cooling with liquid, and you can do that for a zone or a hall in its entirety, that enables you to have the lowest possible cost of ownership compared to any other technology.
Because I don't think any one person has a clear picture of where the industry is heading, DDC's remaining agnostic and able to work with everybody. Just because of that modularity, because we can swap out individual pieces of sheet metal to support different EIA spacings, different liquid to the chip solutions, different PDUs. Being agnostic is really beneficial. We can work with anybody in the industry. I love working with customers because I haven't seen all of the issues that can exist in a data center as of yet, and DDC wants to be the best partner that we can to provide a tip-to-tail solution from the first phone call to the final installation.